Sixth-generation fighter jets. With the massive rise in the development of nuclear weapons by dangerous North Korea, and with the constant threat caused by China in the Asia-Pacific region with respect to freedom of navigation on sea, it has become extremely important for the rest of the countries to upgrade their weapons that could withstand any form of threat. And when a super fighter jet is parked in the garage, the life of the people feels more secure through the eyes of a country. This is why the race to acquire or build a super fighter jet, known as the sixth-generation fighter jet, began by the countries. Not to forget, countries like China, Japan, United States, United Kingdom, France, Italy, Sweden, Germany, Spain, Russia, and India have already begun developing their own sixth-generation fighter jets. So, what is so unique about the sixth-generation fighter jet that makes all the powerful countries run after it by forgetting all of their important missions? Before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, The Insight TV, and hit the bell icon for future video updates. Space warfare. As sixth-generation fighter will be more advanced than its previous versions, the focus has now been shifted towards broadening its diameter and making it strong enough to operate and attack directly from space. Although it is extremely hard for a fighter jet to operate from a massive height because of freezing temperature, the upcoming fighter jet is already on its road to withstand any form of environment it encounters. It would be like a disguised fighter jet that no one could see coming but still manages to fulfill its mission by destroying the enemies. Unmanned Fighter Jet. The next feature might seem hard to believe, but soon it's going to be a reality. The sixth-generation fighter jet is already being tested without the support of a pilot and would also be able to target its enemies with great precision through the support of ground sensors and amazing satellite drones. Not to forget, the power of artificial intelligence will also be installed in the jet to take more precise decisions. Digital capabilities. The sixth-generation fighter jet will also be packed with a high-capacity networking that could immediately connect with the base anywhere from the world. Data fusion that could collect data and use it on a real-time basis. Cyber warfare that could disrupt the digital network of an entire state or country. D2D command, also known as data to decision command, that will use data to make precise target attacks and stronger communication capabilities. Helmet-mounted displays. Just like the Iron Man, the sixth-generation fighter jet will include helmet-mounted displays that will help the pilot get a complete 360-degree vision of the entire enemy area. This display is also powered with artificial intelligence that will automatically learn and adapt to help the pilot make a more informed decision against the enemy. This will indirectly replace the traditional display system, for which the pilot had to look on the display below to stay more focused. But with helmet-mounted display, the pilot will be able to not only keep an eye on his target, but will also be aware of his surroundings. Non-detectable. With the massive rise in technology, the sixth-generation fighter jet, with its stealth airframes, is also learning to hide from infrared or any other form of technology that can detect the fighter jet from a distance. The jet will also be packed with avionics technology that can detect any form of threat from a distance and can also navigate more perfectly through unknown locations that previous versions failed to achieve. This will add more security to the pilot and help in completing the mission much faster than before. Advanced engine. We all love to see a fighter jet hitting that supersonic boom like the Superman in the movies, but it seems like the sixth-generation fighter jet, with its variable cycle engine, is going to leave all superheroes of the movies behind. The main benefit of this engine is that it will help the pilot in switching between various modes, like subsonic or supersonic, and will not lose the balance of the jet. The engine is also designed to consume less fuel and stay in the air for a longer duration than previous versions. Super weapons. The sixth-generation fighter jet will also be packed with BVR weapons that do not require to leave smoke behind and can travel at the speed of 500 to 600 kilometers towards its target. Laser weapons. You might have seen in the Hulk movie when they use massive sound-beaming weapon to control him. Well, it seems like the technology has become a reality, because in the sixth-generation fighter jet, directed energy weapons technology will be installed to shatter the weapons of its enemy within seconds. With enemy-focused laser, sound beam, and energy beam installed, it would become extremely hard for the enemies to dodge its attack when it approaches. According to US, the plan to install these jets into their system is bound to complete by 2030. But if you look closer, it seems that major countries are already moving ahead of their plan and have already started testing most of the features without letting anyone know. It seems pretty clear that when it comes to building highly dangerous weapons, then the US always manages to grab the top spot. In 2018, the US Air Force Research Laboratory gave a hint about the next version of their fighter jets. According to them, the jet will have a sleek design that would be capable enough to cut the enemy aircraft or weapons in half with its sharp laser technology. Dubbed as Next Generation Air Dominance, or NGAD, the next generation fighter jets will not only be able to carry hypersonic weapons, but will also be able to maintain their speed for a longer duration. Not to forget, the aircraft will have all the amazing features like helmet-mounted displays, cyber warfare that could silence all the digital systems of the enemy country, like the Transformers 2 movie, and much more. As the US is advancing every day in adopting the 6th generation fighter jet, Germany, France, and Spain, on the other hand, has decided to collaborate together by forming Future Combat Air System, or FCAS, which will focus on developing the next generation of a fighter jet that will be capable of operating with or without the pilot, and could also team with surveillance drones, called as remote carriers. One of the most striking features of FCAS is that the next generation aircraft will consist of a combat cloud backed by artificial intelligence that will monitor and guide the pilot. The FCAS will also be able to operate the 6th generation fighter jet from a secure distance and would also be able to deploy remote carriers that will focus on destroying the threat. Other amazing features of the jet include advanced stealth mode, the powerful speed that can also adjust quickly with the speed without losing balance, and cyber warfare capabilities. In February 2019, Dassault Aviation and Airbus have managed to sign contracts with the French and German governments to build the 6th generation fighter jet. According to the current schedule, the testing of the aircraft will begin in 2026, and its application in actual combat would begin from 2040. MiG-41, dubbed as PAC-DP, is the 6th generation fighter jet that will soon go to make its enemies bite their nails with its amazing speed of 5,000 kilometers per hour. Although the application of this aircraft in Russia will begin by 2030, it has already started giving goosebumps to a lot of countries. According to sources, Russia's 6th generation fighter jet will focus on operating on extremely high altitudes and can also conduct advanced target searches. Packed with amazing technologies like futuristic wearable technologies that provide an eye-tracking system and augmented reality, the next generation fighter jets will join the British Royal Air Force by 2035 that will perfectly serve the people for 60 years more. Dubbed as Tempest, is the 6th generation fighter jet that is being prepared by a joint operation between UK, Sweden, and Italy. Companies like Rolls-Royce are also involved in building this superjet that will provide 10,000 times more data than the previous generation jets, and will also coordinate and control the drones for attack with its cooperative engagement technology. It seems pretty clear that China would not like to stay behind when other countries are already advancing at such a fast speed. That's why it has built a massive wind tunnel to test and advance its 6th generation fighter jet that will become operational from 2035. Astonishing features like laser and hypersonic weapons, stealth mode, and commanding drones with the help of efficient artificial intelligence will also become a part of it. 6th generation superjets will soon become capable enough to take over the world in minutes. But if you look closely, with the number of deadly features these superjets would come forward, it seems that if they fall into the wrong hands, they could also be responsible for taking the lives of thousands of innocent people. Surprisingly, the superjet which is now being built to protect the lives of people could also become the main cause of their death. Although it is important that every country should prepare itself in any way possible to stay protected from unknown dangers, sufficient measures should also be taken to ensure that it does not fall into the hands of the wrong person. So which feature of this amazing 6th generation fighter jet do you like the most? Do you think this aircraft could be more dangerous for the security of the people than protecting them? Tell us in the comments section below. For future video updates, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. The Insight TV and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.